Hey guys, quick update from this morning. I had done a video on the ES, which is the S&P 500 futures. It applies to spiders, like I said, or whatever index. So I was just noting that we were coming off some pretty big areas of resistance up here. You can see we came to, that's the Globex high up at 72. And then we came down and then kind of sold off pretty good after kind of rallying in the early part of the session. So it kind of got reversed and sellers were active here. So it was I would call it a relatively bearish overnight session. Not that they were down so much, but just that if we start off rallying and then get rejected and then Europe sells off and there's some negative sentiment. You just want to be aware of that. And basically, your individual stocks, if you're trading individual stocks like options on them, if the overall market's tanking, you got to be aware of that because chances are it's going to affect your stocks too. So you can see that I bought a couple times this morning. These are the micro E-minis. I'll just show you where I bought them. Sorry. That's not what I was trying to bring up. Here we go. All right, so at 8:39, I paid 44.28. You can see the time it's here, and bought, and then I sold one of them back out up at 36. And then later at 9:07, I bought $10 higher at 38.5. I'll talk about why I did that in a second. And then I kind of exited one pretty quick at 39.5, and I'll get to that too. So usually I'd be a little bit more cautious when the overnight session is somewhat bearish. But you can see this. This is the ADD, which is the New York Stock Exchange Advanced Decline. Down here we have the tick. Usually when we're opening and we're down, 15, 18 points, the advanced decline is not going to be positive. It's virtually always going to be negative, but it wasn't this morning. So that sort of tells you that there's some underlying strength, because usually the New York Stock Exchange stocks are not going to be up on the day when the whole index is down, right? And the tick is sort of the same situation. It was very muted, but it wasn't below zero. So because of that, I put an order in to buy $1 above the Globex low, which was 28, which I just showed. Now, I don't like putting out winners just because everybody thinks I'm just going to only put out winners. I don't only have winners, just for the record. Not claiming to, no one does. That's not a thing. But that was the reason why it was a more comfortable trade. If you back out, let's say to the 30-minute, you can see that this was the support, and that was the lows down here. So it was decent support, but still, when you're coming down like this, it's not the easiest thing to. You kind of want to have something in the background to justify the trade, and that was this, especially that it kept going up as we were down here. If I go back to the 5-minute, nope, arm chart. So see if we can get the right chart up. There we go. So generally, if you see something that's pretty negative, but at the same time you're witnessing this, which you can see was we even started at positive 300 on the advanced decline, and the tick was above zero. So that's what kind of got me to be long, just so you guys know. And I don't particularly love doing live shots like this because if it's a winner, then it looks like I'm trying to, pretend that they're all winners. And if it's a loser, then people are like, yeah, well, you got stopped out. So anyway, this one happened to work, or at least so far. I've exited a couple of them. So you can see I bought 4, sold 1, bought 4, sold 1. And that's the other thing. So if you look at this, this was the part of the overnight, and I had bought down here. So the reason why I bought $10 higher is we were getting this breakout. And when the market's reversing and this keeps going higher, as you can see it was, and this was above zero. So this trade took place at right around here. So right around 9:10. It's breaking out from this area. So I'm hoping for a move up to this. Looks like we're turning around here, but in either case, this is why this trade is a little bit. I'm a little bit cautious on going for a huge target because of the overnight weakness, and usually it just doesn't turn around and then just go, screaming up. And this is even happening with a pretty bullish backdrop now because of the advanced decline line. It's now up, it's over 1,000. Market's still down 5 points, right? So there's just weakness in this. So I'm not going to be. I have my stop down at 34ish. Because if it gets back down there, I probably don't want to hold it anyway. Because then it's breaking back below this. The top, the breakout area that I bought. So, if it's going to go all the way back down there, I probably don't want to hold it anyway. So that's the reasoning. This was a much more aggressive buy. That's probably obvious to most, but, down here, you've got some pretty good support. Here, you're breaking out. You need the momentum. So we'll see what happens with this trade, and if I have time, I'll update you guys at the end of the day. All right, we'll see you in the next one.